Hello, this is Alekius, and welcome back to another episode of Warplan Orange as the Allies in 1927. 1926 start. If you notice a few changes in the audio, I have relocated my microphone boom, rerun my cables, in the hopes that I will prevent the disconnect that I encountered on the last episode of Shadow Empire. And I adjusted my filters because of the new location. You all have to let me know how it works out. Ooh, ASW tag. Another non-successful one. Ooh. Oh. Oh yeah, that's not good. 4 hits to the K6. Lots of sub-action. A daily dose of aviation buffoonery. I say that only because they rarely hit anything. A tanker, that'll do. Ooh, that is a bit loud for me. For those who are not aware, I depressed the volume of Warplan Orange by about 10 decibels in post-processing compared to my voice. Oh man, that was a good day. 3 bombs on tankers and then 1 on a destroyer, and the 230-pound bombs will actually do things to those. Why are they bringing tankers down here? There goes one. Grade 2 on the ever-present Ioba. Hey, follow up on the tankers. These ones only 100-pound bombs. Were those DH9s before? Might have been 4 100-pound bombs. Alright, 21st of April. Not seeing anything on the west coast. Nothing of true note. We do have transports, which I believe are unloading. Yep. As I saw the combining troops message. These are the battleships. Yep. We have the Charleston. Doing the Charleston as fast as they can back to port. Ye old style of dance. With the Charleston reference. Coming back to Midway, coming back to Midway. Subs headed out. Transfers. How are these guys doing? 88 and 61. Okay, they're getting there. I'm gonna spend weeks just sitting at the pier with pumps and hoses hanging over every side. Very vulnerable time for them. Are they loading? Yeah, I thought so. The Furious, 2 or 3 days out from Singapore. Blue headed out. Repulse and the Indomitable. That's right, I'm collecting all the British forces. Let us grab. There it is. Task Force 1079. 1, 2, 3. Now we have 3 sets. Do I even want to keep the destroyers here? How many destroyers do we have in Singapore? 7? Not too many. I'll tell you what, we're going to loan our destroyers to the Singapore fleet. Auto disband. Auto disband. Auto disband. Auto disband. Alright, they're all collecting out now. Meanwhile, we have troop transports. Have any subs left? No. I know we've got a lot of churn as we reshuffle the submarine fleet. Which probably should have done that a while ago. Settled them down to something a little bit more organized. I forgot to go find the K7. Probably headed back to port. Oh, there was a carrier there. The Hosho. We gotta remember this turn. Go find the K7 and send her home if she isn't already headed there. Big raid. Older cruiser, so possible to do significant damage. And the Aoba, which, while technically possible to do damage, is unlikely. We're dropping the 100-pounders. There's the 230-pounders. Might do something to the Aoba. 20-pounder Coopers, yeah, that's not gonna do anything. 4 bomb hits, nothing of note. I don't mind live fire practice though. It seems a good, relatively low risk way to get the experience these bombers up. 100-pounder. 230-pounder. 230-pounder. 2 230-pounders on the Osama. One was on the belt though, so that probably didn't do anything. Deck hits are the ones that get it done. A lot of hits. 9 hits. Even with small bombs against the Aoba, that is not something that can be ignored. Because it will do a lot of systems damage even if it does no flotation or fire damage to the ship. Like, you look at things like the Battle of Guadalcanal, where the Japanese battle cruisers shot I think it was the USS Washington. Ooh, a light cruiser. That was K7. K7 was not the one that was damaged then, because I was looking at a K class up there. Anyways, Japanese battle cruisers, the Kongo class, which we've seen in this series, shooting, I think it was the Washington, it might have been the South Dakota, I might be mixing up. There's a lot of history to remember. But the Japanese ships were using bombardment rounds, because that's what they had loaded in their guns for bombarding the airfield. 22nd of April. Those ones are returning. Okay. So they were supposed to be bombarding the airfield, and they unloaded at relatively short range against the US battleship, and while it did only superficial damage, that was enough to have a significant impact. Okay, so you're already headed to Hong Kong. That's the one. This is A6. Get out of there. Glad I hunted them down because they were not headed home. They might not make it home. And I don't want to send them into Wenchao since that got air bombarded recently. Do you have any torpedoes? Yes, you have a full complement. Do you have any torpedoes? Yes, full complement. We'll have them cover those gaps, and that'll be that. Alright. Back to Midway. The battleships make it there? Oh, wow. I thought they had another turn to go. Replenish from the port. And head out to Wake. Looks like our spy is retreating, which is just fine. We'll send the O3. Go cover that. We also have the carriers here, so air combat. Replenish from port, which gives us our sorties back. Excellent. Planes as well. So we have a full complement of both. We'll set them to, let's say, right there. We'll double check their sets. I don't want to let up on the cap level instead of in case there's suddenly a bunch of Japanese planes that are going to attack us. We do want the ASW patrol as we transit, but we'll switch that. And then our naval attack with the torpedoes. Perfect. For the Yorktown. Do long range cap. Or escort. Seems reasonable. And these ones have bombs. We'll have them do forts attack. Actually, 100-pound bombs, we'll drop those on the port. Bring the cap level down to 50. Does this have all of them in the entire... Oh. It counts both carriers. So Yorktown. 24-pounders. To airfield. Cap level 50. 40. FB5s carry 100-pounders. We'll have them hit the airport. Cap level 40. Actually, let's go back. These ones can escort. Langley's fighters can bomb the airfield. VS1s will do the ASW, as well as the VB1s. Oh, they're both O2Us. But squadron names. Torpedo bombers. Doing naval attack. We're back to... Okay, there we go. We've got them sorted out. And then we need to take care of the replenishment ships. Replenish from port. And we'll keep you 2 hexes further out. And we'll see where that leads us. Marshals, check on these guys. 7388. President Johnson losing the battle on her flotation. Ball, those ones are taking it easy. Really, it's destroyers, light cruisers, and the transports, so nothing earth-shattering there. Tankers returning. Transport returning. Heavily damaged down here. Well, lightly damaged. We have a troop transport. Do we want to pull more from New Zealand? I have a few horse brigades, a couple of infantry brigades. Seems to me horse brigades might, well, for the more mobile aspects of the campaign, they would be useful. For the less mobile, not so much. In particular, the island campaign, I think regular infantry would be the better choice. Not that I think I need to, but I'm keeping the 7th Australian Division as a reserve in Canberra. Everybody else is in Brisbane, ready to be loaded and sent off to the Pacific campaign. Form a new task force. Transport. Esperance and Moreton Bay. We can grab the Sydney Dunedin. Grab a single destroyer, that concerns me. We have more up in, whatchamacallit, Rabaul. Speaking of, how are their supply levels? 12,000, so they could use a few more. We've got them to spare down here. So, load troops. Oh yes. Alright, take a look. Who has high assault? A full Australian division. We'll grab the first. Reattach them to Southwest Pacific. It'll be 1,500 points. Do I really want to do this? That's a lot. We'll do it. Full division. Load troops. Select unit. That is more than they can carry. Expand this task force. Can't because it is loading. That's alright. We'll send them. Do not retire, but do auto disband. Oh, we're transferring these at this point. So do retire, auto disband, unload cargo. No, don't unload. Load troops. Change my mind, you can do it. Loading troops, perfect. We'll wait for them to leave and then we'll make another ferrying group. And we have various brigades. Alright, nothing too crazy. We'll send a single Australian division. That should be sufficient. Meanwhile, the Furious is 1 day away. How are we in Qingzhou? Aviation support is there now. Doing fighter sweeps at the moment. Well, we could very well do naval attacks. We'll still keep a cap. Bring it down 5,000 maximum range. We can maintain that. Meanwhile, we have the Sopwith snipes. What do we have here? Single French base force. I do believe we have, we have more base forces coming up. We'll be able to move those to not Fuchao, Wenchao. We'll put the snipes there to be defended. Meanwhile, we have transports, we have battleships, cruisers, troop transports, destroyer tender, subs moving around. Not too concerned or crazy. Yeah, I think we're good for the moment. There we go. ASW attacks now underway. Cat and mouse. Doing the destroyers and the subs. Oh, a carrier! Yes! Hit the carrier Shokaku with a torpedo. Well done, R-16. That is confirmation that carriers are still active in the Taiwan Strait. Here's our daily attack. 100-pounder. Pounder, 100-pounder, 20-pounder, oh, I never finished my story about the one battle in the Guadalcanal night campaign. Yeah, the Japanese battlecruisers shot their bombardment rounds at the US battleship, and it actually made a difference because it knocked off radar, fire control radar, it damaged, viewports, like the railings and other things. Is that really necessary for the safe operation of the ship? Not really, unless to heavy weather. Quite a few 230-pounder hits on that one. But that's represented in game, like cutting particular lines, shorting out bits of the electrical system, all that kind of stuff. That's represented as systems damage. J2, need to retreat you. Tried and failed. And that was the sub that initiated that attack. So that systems damage adds up and hurts the combat capability of the ship. I will take a mission kill over no kill. And 23rd of April. I have the return of 4 transports, which I have a feeling I know what they're going to be doing. I have 2 more. Let's disband you guys. Then let's... oh yeah, I know what battleship that is. They're still getting repaired. Yeah. Probably in the middle of an upgrade or came out of dry dock, which is why they weren't here at the beginning of the day or game. We'll grab the other transports. We'll load troops. I want the 2 air groups. And we'll set them for Pearl Harbor. Meanwhile, nothing in Pearl Harbor. I have the departure of the carriers, the replenishment ships, and the battleships. Nothing else of note. Galliot. Things are looking fine. Ball, nothing of note. How are fuel supplies? We'd actually stand to bring some more up. Load fuel. Destination Manila. Furious is import. Disband. Take a couple days. Liberty call in Singapore as the rest of the English fleet bundles up. Go find the R1, I believe. Maybe it was L1? Oh, that can't be it. A1, X1. K3, R7, R12, K4, J2. Well, they could be better. A6, R16, R20, S2, A7. I don't see the one, so I probably misremembered the name. Not gonna stress about it. They'll either head back on their own or they won't. Oh, there goes the Japanese tanker. So they're confirmed there are definitely 2 battleships in the vicinity of Opari. Japanese are definitely trying to land again. We've seen the troop transports, we've seen the bombardments. We've even got carriers over here. A1 took a depth charge. K1. We'll see if I remember it this time. And 24th of April. Single transport all by itself. Just disband you then. I don't know what you're doing by yourself. I don't remember. So, submarine to look out for. In Joliet, the President Johnson is losing ground on their flooding. Singapore, nothing there. Philippines, nothing there. K1. Yeah, they're fine. And I have a bunch of submarines going through with no torpedoes on board. Let's see, I think it's high time I send some of these submarines out for counter bombardment ops. I'm going to saturate Opari. This one will stay. Meanwhile, how's our aviation support? Still limited. And we haven't gotten anything in Wenchao yet. I think that is good. We can go another day. Just marking time until stuff falls into place. Especially now that I'm back into the full swing of the rhythm. The rhythm of this particular run. Our ASW attack. Unsuccessful sub attack. Just not able to get into position. Cruiser Melbourne takes one. French frigate shells. 2 torpedoes. That will put a damper on your day. Tanker Miri Maroon. Matsu Maroon. Couldn't tell if that was 1 bomb and an explosion or 2 bombs. That was a 100-pounder. There's a 230-pounder. Another 230-pounder. Another 230-pounder. So that flight knew what it was doing. That's 2 tankers. Kind of roughed up. Oh, follow up. Wow. Submarine 46. Getting the job done. Oh my gosh. Although this is the damaged group, so like they are kind of sink ducks. We'll send some destroyers out. There'll be a bunch of angry bees. But I have a feeling they may be out of torpedoes, so they won't even be there by the time we get an ASW patrol out there. And 25th. Jacob Jones, bad day. Not as bad as the or Melbourne. Charleston made it. We'll grab the ASW from Pearl Harbor. We'll send them out. We'll form a second group. Submarine Icon reported as a troop transport. Yeah, about that. Send a replacement out. Since we had a sub break formation. No sense giving them an easy target. Battleship carrier's almost in position, actually. We'll keep the ASW patrol going as much as I'd like to do more bombardment. Protecting the carriers is more important. Oh, sudden turn for the worse by the Patriot. I don't think we're going to keep either of those ships. They've been bouncing on the knife's edge. Click on the base. Aviation support is the same. Got a lot of movement out here. Had some subs. More subs arrived. Grab these ones who do not have torpedoes, so we'll wait. See if they reload. kind of disappointed in these torpedo bombers. They have a chance to get a job done. They have the range. Yeah, nowhere to really transform either. Oh well, that is the way the cookie crumbles, as the saying goes. But with that, I think that takes us to the end of this particular episode. I hope you enjoyed. I appreciate you staying till the end. Please leave a comment, let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Take care, everyone.